is going on YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. I just have to throw this out there. I feel like I look surprised every single time I go live, where it's like I'm like, hey! And it's true, because with StreamYard, when I switch from the video to me, there's like this pause delay, and I'm like, ah! So I tried tonight to just wait it out and like say hello like a normal person. But hello, it's your boy Yimbo. This is my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything. And I have a host of things. I have notes. I know I showed my notes before. I have notes of stuff to talk about and to go over. So it's just me tonight. I hope that's cool. I've gotten some nice feedback, so I appreciate everybody that's ever reached out. Like Championship Collector, I appreciate your feedback, and Autumn Night, and I appreciate you guys giving me the confidence to just keep when I don't have anything set or plans, that you're cool with it just being me. So thank you. I appreciate that. Let me get my banner going. Bloop. Not that you guys already know all this stuff. And then let's get to the comments. So here we go. My boy Sunty, fellow toy daddy. What's going on, my man? So no chewing over on YouTube and Instagram. My boy Paul, Gaming with Fox. And I'm going to give him the shout out again. If you enjoy video games and you like positive enthusiasm, that's my boy. Wait, here. Yeah, go check him out. Give him a sub. AB Photos 35. What's going on, dude? How you guys doing? Thanks for joining. Tuscan, my boy. How you doing, man? And yes, thank you, as always. So I actually wrote this down. Here, I'll show you a little thing at the top. Look, like button. So yes, if you could please hit that like button. I put little reminders. I get caught up and I forget anyway. But yes, if you remember, please hit that like button. It helps, yada, yada, yada. Clint Tassik's in the house. What's going on? And Buckaroo Banzai. How is everybody doing? So hopefully get some more in the chat as we can continue on. So here we go. I like to get to the toys. Well, it's going to be all over the place. And I have a game. I have a game for us to play tonight. It's stupid, but it should be fun. Whatever. Pass the time. So again, welcome. So thank you, everybody in the chat and joining in live. As I always say, the show is better with you guys chatting along with me. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. Like I always say, thank you for choosing to spend part of your life listening to me talk about toys. So it is very much appreciated. Hey, KJ Smith's in the house. I'm by Trevor. What's going on? 1-6 shooter. Duh. A little brain fart. How you guys doing? This is excellent. All right. So I like to get to the toys. I have my toys. I have a lot to go over here. So first things first. Exciting things are happening. I wrote this all out. So on Friday, just in case you don't know, I posted a Yimbo Reviews video. I went live on Friday morning. Basically, I'm pretending, since as a teacher, you're essentially unemployed for 2 months. Like, I know everybody's like, teacher break, but like, you're unemployed. So while I'm unemployed, I decided I'm going to try to focus on YouTube. I feel like in terms of my Instagramming and my toys, I'm in a good place. I really want to focus on my channel. So so the reviews are going to be happening, and it's easier for me to go live. So we did 20 minutes on Friday morning. I can't lock down like a set schedule, unfortunately, with something like that. So I'll post about it either the night before or the morning of. I'll do a little thing in my story, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I'm going to start doing more of these. I'm very excited. And yes, fellow teacher. Yes, it's true. That's why we're 10-month employees. just people need reminders. All right. So I did the Guardians of the Galaxy. This thing is amazing. It's the Disney Shop exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy set that they put out. I am not going to rehash the whole thing, because that's going to be part of like the little changes. I'm going to start doing Yimbo reviews, and I'm going to do unboxings. Like I said, 10 to 20 minutes. Whoever's in the chat, keep it going. So 10 to 20 minute review videos. I'm going to try to do that once or twice a week. I'm having Yimbo Buys Everything. This format is going to just still be our hangout or conversations. And then I will get to recap and talk about like I'm doing now. Exactly like I'm doing now. Like, oh, so I posted a video on the Guardians. And then I'm also going to do Yimbo interviews everyone. So that's going to be, I could keep Buys Everything as this is our time to hang. And then whenever now I don't have to lock into a Sunday. I can do it any day of the week. So like when I had Trevor, 1-6 shooter on, that will now in the future just be a standalone interview. So I'm going to start doing that stuff. I think that's the direction I'm going in as I like lose my words. If I do lose words, it's because the last 2 days my wife through our house, but my wife did it primarily, ran a garage sale. So we were garage sailing. I was on kid duty. So it was an exhausting couple of days, but it was productive, and we got stuff out of the house to make room for more toys. I don't think my wife watches. We're okay. Okay. And where else did I want to go? Hit that like button. See, I wrote it up top. Coolden's Cooking Comics is in the house. Dude, you, Toy Addict 17, thank you guys so much for constantly like pushing out the links. Same with Realm of Toys. Same, oh god, the list goes on and on. But you guys, thank you so much for promoting the stream. I really appreciate that, man. All right, so now, like I said, the format for Sunday is going to be fun. Now, to free up Sundays for my hauls, interviewing everybody, I talked about that. I'm sorry. This is just checking my notes. Will be announced the night before, yada, yada. All right, it's toy time. It's toy time. I wanted to throw a little reminder since they're at the top, but at 8:30, so after me, whenever we're all done here, the Lazy Boys. So it's my Pick Bar Boys. So Thor 2012, Green Geek 88, and Blitzfigs go live after me. So just to throw that out, little mid-show promotion for my boys. All right, so here's the first one. This is my the last premium figure that I received. This was because my Mezco Catwoman broke from Amazon. It was the gift card I got from my mother-in-law. So again, I'm trying to be good. Trying is the operative word. I'm trying to be good about bringing toys into the house. So I had ordered Catwoman because my wife, when we were looking at what was available, she's like, "You don't have a lot of girls, and come on, it's Catwoman." And then the leg broke. It was broken. It was just and then I looked up there was all QC issues with that figure and that body in particular. So Storm Collectibles, baby. This is my very first Storm Collectibles figure. I picked up Reptile. He was as low as like $71 at one point on Amazon, but I ended up getting him for like the retail of $82, $83. But again, I had a gift card that covered the majority of that. So it's my first Storm Collectibles. You guys know I call myself a dabbler. I'm a dabbler of toys. Rather than being a completist, because this way I get to kind of branch out and try things out. Like I still only have one Reveltech, and that's my Deadpool, and I love that Deadpool. But as Reveltech crazy as I was there for a little bit, I ended up going back and canceling my Spider-Gwen and my regular Spidey Reveltechs because I'm focusing on the stuff that really now appeals to me. So I didn't have a Storm. And I've heard nothing but good things, especially from guys like Eddie and his Toys and Blitzfigs. So let me just tell you the things that shocked me. Because here, I'm going to put this up first. Again, thank you to Autumn Knight. That's King Eternal over here on YouTube. But on Instagram, he is Autumn Knight. For suggesting a while back to throw up the product shots, because might as well, right? While I'm talking, so you get to see a little bit better than me trying to hold my hand up. So this is going to be, there's a combination of stuff. Like I don't have this attachment down here that's on this one because this is not the one that I have. This is like the bloody variant. So I do not have the special edition. I have the stock one, not even that one. Nope. See, I don't have that Poison. But that's it. That's the one. It comes with this little goofy hood. All right, so I'm going to come back to you guys now because this is it. You get the two head sculpts. So the reptile head is fantastic, but the ninja head, like, I can't sleep on that either because he's got the painted snake eyes, and it's awesome. And then you can see, so he's got 4 pairs of, is it 4? I'm going to count them out, but I think it was 4 or 5 pairs of hands. And then the 2 different, so you get the poison spit, you got the long tongue, you got a little tongue, you got the vibe effect, you know, his like special move power, and then this goofy little hood. So here we go. I'm going to come back to you. Come back to the chat. Here we go. All right. Ooh, Cox Great's in the house. What's going on, dude? Have you were also briefly into Storm Collectibles. I remember that because you got the Scorpion, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the chat. So here's the thing that I wanted to share about this. Number one, he's great. I really like him. He is beefy. So I'm just grabbing Dormammu off of the shelf because he's right there. So let's just do a quick little, just talking comparison. Just a little quick talking comparison. So, boop. you can see reptile. So you can see the top of his head. There you go. So yeah, so Storm Collectibles, and Benny did warn me, they're no longer like advertising themselves as 112, as a 112 scale company. So they are more on the McFarlane scale. So I had him up against McFarlane, like Deathstroke, McFarlane, and but here's the thing. Against different characters. So here's Black Suit Spidey. These are two guys I brought with me. Now, here's the difference. You can definitely see that there. So there is obviously a height difference now with a character like Spider-Man. He's a smaller hero. I wouldn't care, I don't think. I just like having, like, this is my one. I don't have a lot of video game characters, first of all. The ones that I do have are like Pokemon, but I haven't opened them up yet. I have that Sonic, that cool one from Target, which I need to shoot more, which I've only done a couple little promo things with him. But he's fun, and he comes with all the interchangeable parts. But that's it. I really don't have a ton. So it's nice to have a video game character. There he is. Let's get those eyes again. Oh, yeah. He is exceptionally articulate. So that's the big thing. I was a little nervous because I've heard nothing but good things about the articulation. But then I was like, oh, those straps. This is all very soft, malleable rubber. So you can twist into all sorts of posing. All right. That doesn't really like stop you at all. Here's the coolest part. I found this to be so shocking. The upper body, so the pecs, upper back, so this whole top section, because it's on this, you know, just like a Legend is, like the retro body. This is squishy. The pecs, this is all like a very soft rubber. It blew my mind. The only thing I have to do sometimes is like arch him back or arch him forward sometimes to make sure the plastic, like goes back over here. Let me see if I can get the lighting. Get that focused. Come on, show him. See over here? That plastic like pushes in. Like you can actually look deep down. I know it's dark, so you can't really see it. Oh, there's the ball. I guess you kind of can, right? So it's really interesting. It's a fascinating from an engineering, like that's part of the reason I like dabbling is seeing how these figures are constructed. Not that I'm customizing and popping these things apart, but just seeing how they move and how they work. It fascinates me. So this is a knock. Since this happens right in front of you. This doesn't do the best job of staying on. Like it does. It's on there. But sometimes it could be a little bit loose. But I read that if you use something like Kiki Loose Joints, they should just sponsor me already. But Kiki Loose Joints, if you dab that out, it thickens it up, and then apparently you don't have any more issues. So I haven't really look at that. It's not popping off. So it's just like a little gust of wind. Things I like about this figure. So the reptile is articulate. The reptile head is articulated, which is so cool. And then the tongue, like I said, he's got this little baby tongue, little tiny baby tongue, and that sticks in there. There's a little perpendicular T, and that's how that plugs in. So there we go. So that's really neat. The long tongue is insane. Like that's awesome. Here we go. Wait, to the floor, right? That's most of his body. That's a lot of his body. Like this thing is really awesome, and it's light, and it does not pull his head down at all whatsoever. So here's the last kind of cool thing to show. There's the effect, which I needed to see the promo picture. I forgot. I never played a ton as Reptile. I was always a Sub-Zero fan and Scorpion. But I love the ninjas. But I think he does this. I think that's it. What else can I show you? That's really it. Here's the goofy. Oh, this is how goofy this is. I will never use this on. So it does come with the hood for the reptile head, and it just all it does is pop on. Nice, but that look just, I don't know. That doesn't do it for me. I feel like he kind of looks like a monk or something. I don't know. I'm trying to be insensitive. It's just I don't know. That doesn't look like a ninja lizard reptile guy to me. But that's me. So I will not be shooting him with this little hood. But that's okay because he can be shot without it, and that's what's awesome. So Reptile Storm Collectibles. I spent after getting him. I had him as my like pocket figure, just walking around for like a good 5 days. I just keep posing him. That's all I keep doing. Whenever I'm down here, I'm posing. But just posing him into all sorts of awesome like ninja stuff. So I haven't put my camera on him yet. I've only done some like iPhone stuff. So I really am looking forward to seeing how I can push the look of this figure when I get the different lighting and stuff on him, shadowing and whatnot. But it's really neat. And if you, again, Eddie and his toys, Blitz Figs, they already have a great, assortment, a great gallery of stuff to watch. So you should, check that out. But let's see. Oh, here we go. Cox Great. Scorpion. So he does have the 3. Oh, so he has Scorpion. Oh, Sector, Reptile, and Marcus Phoenix. Very nice. Yes, Storm Balance. Great. That is such a big thing because, I've been putting him. I Googled like ninja poses, martial arts, like balancing things like because I wanted poses, like different posing to practice with. And he really does. I don't know if it's because of the feet. Let's see. Quick comparison with Black Suit Spider-Man. He's got a little, like, I guess, scaled inch to him. But the feet, yeah, you're right. It's just they have a great balance, a great weight. So that's awesome. And what else did Josh say? Plus, you put the Spider-Man in the iconic spider pose. It won't look too bad if they're just straight up. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Toy Attic. What's going on, Danny, in the house? Ranger Collector. Thanks for joining, man. Popping over from Instagram. Yeah, so that figure, that is the Storm Collectibles Reptile. And I am a huge fan. I might now be a Storm guy, but I don't want to like start buying. It's so good. So I did look. I was looking at Zangief. Like he just came out. He was available on Amazon. So I started getting antsy. I started getting Storm Collectibles antsy. But I haven't ordered anybody else yet. I'm going to, again, pick and choose. I'm thinking about the what's the Golden Gate? Not Golden Gate. What am I talking about? God, the old-timey warrior game with the barbarians and stuff. I'm blanking. I don't know why I'm blanking on this. But Golden Axe. Golden Axe. I know it's gold. All right, good. Big Manny's in the house. What's going on, Big Manny? How are you, man? So I just went over the Storm Collectibles Reptile, the Mortal Kombat figure. The one I got was from Amazon. Keep an eye out because Kung Lao he's been like in the 60s, and I've really, really thought about getting him a couple of times, just because of the price point and how much I love Reptile. So just give me a heads up. Kung Lao is like $60. Everybody else on Storm is in the 80s or retail or beyond. So moving on. So that was my Storm Collectibles Reptile. I think it'd be interesting. Let's see. I'm going to now shift into... Oh, no. You know what? I'm going to shave... I have 2 G.I. Joes that I was going to talk about. One is boxed and one's unboxed. So I'm going to talk about the unboxed one. And again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time because I did talk, and this is why, we have all these channels and all these shows, the YTG MB Pick Bar. So this past Wednesday, I did get to talk briefly about this figure. So again, check us all out. Subscribe, turn on the bell, hit the bell, all of those fun things. So here's my next figure to discuss. Spirit. Oh, man. I love him. And this is what I'm just going to recap what I said on the pick bar. Maybe it's because I haven't had a new G.I. Joe in a while. I did get the bats. I got 2 bats in. I only opened one for a shot. I never even opened the second one. I know. They're the ones with the shields, right, and the visors, the blue and orange, the Mets. So I was underwhelmed, not just because that color scheme. I knew it. I knew I was going to be underwhelmed based on the Mets color scheme. Not that I'm not a Mets hater, but I don't know. It didn't feel like it fit. It was a little cartoony, but I went for it because I was buying everything Joe's. So I love the shield. I love the visor. I'm happy I ultimately have 2 of them. Like I'm basically constructing a Cobra army out of like no more than 2 styles of like Cobra infantry soldier, whatever. So yeah, I'm building up this cool little army. But Spirit just knocked me down, blew me away. This guy, fantastic. And then you have Freedom. And Freedom is the highlight here. So his pet hawk, Freedom. So, number one, he has pegs on his feet. There's the pegs. You can see them. Ooh, there's a little bit better. There is pegs on the top of the backpack. And then he's got peg holes, I should say, on the gauntlet. So he can do any kind of bird guy posing, And then having that is awesome on the backpack. So this is why I've said this before. I love G.I. Joes where you can pack everything that comes with them on the figure. Holds this sweet looking sniper rifle. Has the backpack. Has this awesome, with paint detail. Let's see if I could try to show you that. Maybe you could kind of, I don't know. You can at least see what's going for there with the black. I know. Sorry. It's not framing. But anyway, so he's got one with a lot of paint detail. So that sits up here. He's got another knife that plugs in just as, like your all black G.I. Joe style. Got the handgun. And then that was it. So everything can fit on him. And it's a lot of stuff. And now my favorite part is Freedom because he is articulated. He has up and down, left and right. The wings move up and down. And then he has a second set of wings. He's got a second set of wings, y'all. I heard G.I. Joe and Hasbro were killing it because of Timber. And then the people that got the crocodile. And then the early, they're just Hasbro kills it with the animals. Yeah, they do. Yes, they absolutely do. An articulated bald eagle. Look at how neat that is. And legs move so you can come down with that. So this is sick. I love it. I love it. I love Spirit. I love Freedom. Yeah, I do. So yes, wonderful. That was one of two Joes. So Spirit is a recommendation, a high one. This is what I like most about it. Snake Eyes has typically been, whenever anybody asks me, oh, who's your favorite Joe? Snake Eyes. Not or favorite classified figure. It's Snake Eyes. And that's because as cool as a lot of these other G.I. Joes and Cobra guys I have, some of them might have great accessories, but then you lose the articulation. But with Spirit, you get the great range of motion. Everything is so fluid. And you can really get an idea about, hold on, move this in here. The drop down hips, it's a wonderful figure. I know that the drop down has been here for a while now, but man, it's a wonderful figure. But again, if you're not into them, you're not into Joes, then don't buy them, because that's what I'm always going to remind you. Just because I like a thing doesn't mean you have to like a thing. I just happen to think it's really cool. So if you're into it, I recommend it. I'm going to hold off on this. This is sneak peek for next week. Speaking of articulated animals, there we go. I did get my Crocmaster and Fiona. That's what I was going to unbox, but I'm going to hold off because my Killer Croc, I also wanted to talk about and discuss on the show, and I haven't taken my shot yet that I did a Instagram story sneak peek. So I haven't taken that yet because it requires me getting my camera and sitting on the floor. So I'm going to wait until I get Killer Croc and Crocmaster. We'll do it next week. I'll get that shot taken care of. I've already seen people combine the two, and it's really great. I think it was Darth Primus. I think that was Darth Primus maybe that had Killer Croc and Croc. It was very cool. So I'm excited, and I would like to do more of that stuff too. All right. Moving on to some box stuff that I just wanted to show off and talk about. So moving on. Let's see. So we're going to go, before I go to wrestling, I'm going to shout out one of my fellow wrestling collab people, WCW Mini Nitro, because I got him hooked into Mythic Legions, and I got a new one. So my pile of loot arrived a couple days ago, and again, not that I expect it, but I do try to do cool things over on Instagram before this show. So I showed off part of my pile of loot, which was the NECA backdrop, the display. So that's very exciting. And this is very exciting as well because I don't have a lot of Mythic Legions. I'm keeping that down because I'm going to focus and go like kind of all in crazy with Cosmic Legions. But I really wanted to get this guy. So this is it Vitus? Am I saying that right? Vitus? But one of my favorite movies is 300. And I mean, like I love 300. That movie, and I have the graphic novel is actually down here, I think somewhere. Yeah. Hardcover. I have the hardcover version. I love it. So when I saw that Vitus is this like essentially 300 Spartan warrior, I added him. He was in stock, and I went for him. So, all right, he's got the nice sword. So this is like I'm unboxing. So we have the nice sword. We have the shoulder strap, which I love that they give those, and then the shield. Shield is looking clean. Good. All right. And let's check him out. So in case you've never purchased a Mythic Legion, what's really beautiful about it is it slides up and out. Like maybe some of them will be stable or maybe retailers will, but like ordering from, this is again from Big Bad Toy Store. I just love how, as someone who's an out-of-box collector but saves the boxes, beautiful, just wonderful. So the only thing that would look like I actually opened this thing is if I open these bags, which obviously I will. So he's got this awesome spear, which is legit. This is okay. I've been dealing with accessories exclusively outside of the premium stuff. Like we know Mezco has great stuff, but McFarlane and Hasbro and any other things you might have to heat up or it's bendy, like that Stormbreaker. The new ones are just so bendy and floppy. Wow, this is phenomenal. Just in terms of like what you get, this is solid. I would snap this if I bent. So you can see that that came out straight as an arrow. This is awesome, and that's why I bought the Cosmic Legion accessory pack or the Magic Pack. Or I have 22 pre-orders. I have 22 pre-orders. Some people might have more. I'm sure they do. But I have 22 pre-orders up on Big Bad still, like after this pile, and. Where was I going with that? Outing myself from all my pre-orders. A lot of them are cosmic, and a few are like some of the accessory packs for mythic stuff, like the magic. I don't know. Trying to be smart about what I'm getting. That's all we could do. All right, so Vitus. So, okay. So I got nervous. I was like, why is his head tilted in a permanent thing? It wasn't. I just had to move it. Okay. Looking great. Looking cool. He only has the one head sculpt, which makes sense. I mean, I would have liked another one, but it's not a game changer. Or, it doesn't really mess me up. There it is. Okay. So I love these figures. I do. It's, so he doesn't have a bicep swivel. That's a little bit of a bummer. That's about as far as you're going to get, but he's like a 300 type Spartan type warrior, right? So, oh yeah, he'll just do fine. So he's great. He's very cool. There we go. So he'll be joining my Yimbonia crew. Again, shout out to Soy Stories 3 for sending Orko on a quest for Yimbonia. But yeah, Yimbonia, as soon as I get my butt on the floor to shoot, I have a ton of like Masters of the Universe stuff. He's joining the Mythic team, so that's where they live. This is very cool. I'm a fan. I'm happy I got him. That's really all you could say, right? Like, play with the figure, even just messing around for a little bit and be like, you happy? Does he bring me joy? Yeah, he's neat. He's very cool. But now I only have like one Spartan, so I'm not going to army build. Again, dabbler. I'm a dabbler, so he'll just be a thing. Maybe a man out of time. I'll figure something out. But I do want to shoot him because all of those mythic figures shoot beautifully. Where are we on time? So we're a half hour in. All right. Oh, here we go. So Cox Create got most of Cosmic got pre-order. Dude, we'll have to talk, man. I missed out because I didn't realize that the first like Cosmic Wave. So I had to pre-order a bunch of the first wave on Big Bad, which hurt. And it hasn't been charged yet. So I have to go through that again. So right now, everything is that's mostly my 22, coming is like Cosmic stuff. So that's that first wave. The second one, I think it's only been 2, I hope, right? So I think if it's the second wave, whatever the last Cosmic one, that's where I went all in through Horseman. So I have Big Bad for the first wave. And I think if there's only 2, then yes, I'm getting the majority of what is coming, which is why I need to sell more toys. But it's happening. It's happening. We're getting stuff out of the house. All right. So Frank is in the house. Realm of Toys. Frank. He's been on the show many times, guest hosting with me. All right. So we're at a half hour. I know my wife wanted to hang out because, she was very busy today. But I have a choice for how we want to end things. Let me know in the chat. Do you want to hear about wrestling figures? Because I have 4 that are in box, so they're not. I'm not going to get super crazy talking about them, but I have 4. If you would like to discuss those, or we can get into my game, which is dumb, but whatever you guys want. Do you want wrestling or game? Throw it in the chat. I'll give you a second. I'm totally doing my teacher routine right now. So let's see. Anybody typing? Anybody's thumbs available? I know there's people here. Game or wrestling? We're going to play the game. Can I show you the figures? All right, because you guys typically, I feel like, if I can accurately say this or speak for most of you, that it is nicer to discuss an open figure because, I can get way more than just looking at a box. I can get more discussing. But let's see. So Lone Wolf Labs. What's going on, Kevin? So wrestling. And then Clint Tassica went game, Cox game, AB game. Everybody's saying game. All right. Well, Kevin, I appreciate the wrestling. So here, this is going to be a future episode. This is going to be next week because I'm going to open these guys this week. I might even do one of these as one of my live stream reviews. So here, I'll just show you. So this is preview of future Yimbo content. Ringside, I got a delivery this week. I got my Brock Lesnar Ultimate figure. So Ringside had a reissuing of Brock. So I had to nab this. Suplex City Brock. I was at WrestleMania 31 with my wife. We saw Suplex City in its infancy. So I love Brock. I don't know. I know he's a very you like him or don't. I love Brock. He's a monster. And the other guy that I got that was from the wave, again, a reissue, is Shawn Michaels. I do not know if they're both still up, but these were scalper killers. I was so happy because they were going for exorbitant amount of money on the aftermarket, and I have only been buying Ultimates that I can buy for retail. Batista tempted that. He pushed me, but I didn't break. I bent, but I didn't break. All right, and here's my last 2. Again, I will discuss all of these guys in the future. That's why I always think when I look out, I'm like, what am I going to talk about this week? Literally, it could be any of this stuff because I've really only talked about a handful of things in the collection over the last year plus, which is insane. All right. And then I have 2 AEW figures, but of really, to me, WWE guys. So the first one, I'm going to hide his face. So I am a huge Chris Jericho fan. I saw the listing up. So when I bought the Brock and HBK, I saw that they did pre-orders live for young Chris Jericho from the Luminaries collection, the Corazon de Leon. But look at that stupid head sculpt. That is bad. And you know what? I bought it. Shame on me. Ringside only had it didn't even have a stock image of him. It was straight up it might have just been this, or it might have just been this, or the bot. I didn't see this face. I'm telling you, I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see what this figure looked like until I unboxed it, and I wish someone had been recording me because that. Hold on, that's young Chris Jericho. That's young Chris Jericho. I don't know who the hell that is. Who is that? Young Chris Jericho. I don't know. So maybe when I do eventually open them, or if I do, I might honestly this guy might just be like a collectible. Just to the fact that we have a Corazon de Leon Chris Jericho figure. I mean, that's awesome if you're a wrestling fan, but that's bad. And the thing that's crazy is I have the Chris Jericho Le Champion where he's and that head sculpt is beautiful and spot on. I digress. Okay. Here's one that they did better on, and I still think it could have been better, but we'll discuss it when he's out of the box. But it's clobbering time. I'm so happy. I don't have a CM Punk figure, except, I mean, I have one CM Punk figure. He was up there with Daniel Bryan as like my favorite wrestlers in the post-Attitude era. And for some reason, I wasn't buying. I was still watching. I was still doing stuff, but I wasn't buying toys. So I missed out on all of the CM Punks. So I have one. He's wearing full pants, but, you know, I haven't been watching. I know he was champ for like a day. And I guess that he wears pants. So I have to do a better job of watching. But I have a CM Punk. So to me, I'm very happy. It's not great, but it's not terrible. There are clearly, like I just showed you, worse wrestling figures. All right. Oh, Vince Neil. That's so Kevin McGee, the toy addict. That's Vince Neil. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Oh, Frankie, that makes me happy. That's all we want, right? Having fun with our toys, talking toys, having fun. Oh, it's so goofy. That's what we have Chris Jericho at home. Yeah. Oof. That is, he's not making it out on TV that night. Oh, man. All right. So those guys, in-depth discussions will come either on a Buys Everything episode or on a standalone live stream. So that Brock, I want to open up on stream. I do. I want to open him tonight, but I love him so much that I want to talk about him on camera. So we're going to wait. And now it's game time. Now I'm thinking like, oh man, I could have added musical cues and whatever. This is so silly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is so goofy. But here we go. Let me just go back to my other tab. Da-da-da-da. So here we go. This is the Did Yimbo Pre-Order It game. I went through stuff that you can still pre-order. Nothing's been released. I just thought it'd be really funny. So here we go. Did Yimbo pre-order? Now the problem is until I get my desktop, that's where I'll be able to do dual monitors and I can look at the chat and I can look at like a shared tab. So I don't have that at the moment, but I'm going to bounce back and forth. So what do you guys think? Mafex or Mafex Nightwing? Did I pre-order it? Let's see. Let's hear in the chat. Because in the future, if you guys do enjoy goofy stuff like this, I will absolutely throw more of these together. And then if we want, we can get into interactive. Like I have so many teaching tools at my disposal. If you want to log in, if you want to type answers, it'll be goofy. So what do you guys think? The Mafex Nightwing, did I pre-order it? Frank hits me with the no. And this is so silly because the results, the figures that I picked, because I looked at my big bad list and the figures I picked, like, I'm going to talk them all out now. All right, so here we go. So Frank said no. Buckaroo did not he's saying no. Thanks, Sunty loves the segment. And Clint saying no. Well, here we go. I bought it. I pre-ordered it. I added it to my pile. He's in my pile but he's not in my pile because he's just pre-ordered. And that's why I love Big Bad, because I can cancel it before it actually gets charged. So Big Dave is the guy that's going to be revealing the results to you. So yes, he has a thumbs up, but I've had a more of a not a love hate in extremes. I've been souring on my Mafex, not because I haven't used them, And when I go to think about using them, because I do like my Dark Knight V3, and I do like my Spider-Man Peter B. Parker, but I haven't been like wanting to shoot them. So I've been souring a little bit on the Mafex. So I don't know. I'm keeping him right now because literally my only other options are McFarlane. And as we know, he's at a scale. So I have the Hush Batman. I know I waffled on selling him a few months ago, but no, I'm keeping the Hush Batman. And I'm gonna keep I think I'm gonna keep the Nightwing. But that's still not to say that I'm not upset with the choice. Not the choice, but I don't know. Mafex. We'll see. There's more Mafex on here. But Mezco Doctor Doom. So I may have if you've been loyal listeners to the show, if you've been joining me, most weeks, and I forget if I talked about this, and maybe you'll remember if I had this, but what do you guys think? I'm good. Frank, you cracking me up, man. Spit out that drink. That's awesome. So Mezco, Doctor Doom. The answer is, no, I did not get the Mezco. So as you guys know, Mezco is unequivocally my favorite toy line. I can argue about which ones, blah, blah, blah. But if I had to only live with one line for the rest of my life, it would be Mezco. That Doctor Doom is sick, but I am keeping the Marvel Legends. Another Mafex, Black Suit Spider-Man. What do you guys think in the chat? Anybody for the Mafex? So you guys know where I'm thinking. Like I just confessed. I'm souring on the line, but it's Black Suit Spider-Man. So what do you guys think? Anybody? Or I could just, like if I don't see answers roll in. Here we go. My boy Frank. I was saying, Frankie boy, moving on. Boom. You are correct, sir. Yep. Black Suit Spider-Man. I thought the retro was going to push me to cancel it. And the retro is beautiful. I love that figure. I do. But let's look at that. And the web backpack. And, every time a new Mafex comes out, I see people's reactions, and they keep saying the quality control issues are getting better. So I'm keeping this one for now. I'm keeping the Black Suit for now. Again, a lot of Spider-Man stuff. So Mezco Green Goblin. I love Mezco. I want all of them. I want all of them. But did I get the Mezco Green Goblin? Yeah, he looks great. Can't go in that Black Suit Spider-Man. I know, man. And then I'm getting into do I have too many Black Suit Spider-Mans? Probably. But that's why we have time. We have time for some of these. Buckaroo Banzai. Oh, so you're going no to Green Goblin. He grabbed it, though. Ooh, Buckaroo, I am so excited for you. And Santi already knows. He already knows. I did not. And this is no fault of Mezco in terms of what they gave us. This is no fault of the Green Goblin being a character I don't want. I want him. I only have the Marvel Legends retro Green Goblin. So it's that look. Those orders came out literally at a point where I'm looking at my credit card statement going, I need to pay this down and not forget it. Just like, okay. And then I look at my basement. I go, I have a lot of toys. Shoot. I know I don't want to actually own all of the toys that I have. You know what I mean? Because I bought stuff that I was on the fence about. And then I'm like, that'd just be cool to have or whatever. So I have this closet full of toys. And any new toy I bring in is going to then be another toy that I have to potentially sell. So that's how I'm starting to look at the toys. Is, okay, this is coming in. That means that I'm going to have to sell this one day. If you think about it in that regard, it does slow you down. So I stopped. I'm going to probably kick myself in a year. But I did pass on the Mezco Green Goblin. And I'm going to kick myself. But I guess my only other little knock was I wasn't super crazy about the Mego style look to them. I love that 60s Batman or Spider-Man. I love that time period of the character. But I don't know. I'm so excited for you guys getting them. I'm so excited for you guys getting them. And then this is the other part of this. Mafex Spider-Man. Did I get this reissue? When I was looking at my pile of loot in my pre-orders for my big bad, Did I add the reissue? I'm giving this a pregnant pause. This is called a pregnant pause, everybody. I have a knockoff of this exact figure. I have a knockoff. It was $35 on eBay. Very disappointed because he was not sold to me as a knockoff, but he does well. All right, Roma's saying yes. Buckaroo's saying no. So I said no to Mezco Green Goblin, but then yes, I did say yes. Why? These are like the toys. See, this is what I mean. Like part of this reason I do the show and talk to all you guys is this is cathartic for me. And you know what? I was watching Robo on Fwoosh last night, and he was joking and saying the same stuff. That made me happy because I do. I love talking to you guys. I love getting this outlet for me. And yeah, I have this knockoff. But this is also the reason I'm like, do I want the real deal? Knockoff. The leg just fell off. But at least it pops back on. I like the knockoff. It looks good. It's serviceable. If I just shot him, it would be great. But yeah, I pre-ordered the reissue. I feel like part of that is just me being the collector. The collector in me is just because I don't know. The toy photography in me is like, when am I going to shoot these guys? And I'm just going to jump ahead. You know I didn't. I passed on Mezco Goblin. So I'm going to just say it. I passed on the Spider-Man. And it hurts me even like recapping this. I'm like, yeah, I did pass on that. And I passed on the Golden Era Batman and Two-Face. But I'm okay. That's like where it comes down to is like talking myself out of like, I'm okay. It's fine. Like I don't have those two Mezcos. We're okay. I'm not going to get the Spidey and Goblin. I'm going to be super pumped for everybody's shots that get it. I'm going to be jealous, but I'm at peace. I'm at peace with it. All right, moving on. My Scarlet Spider. I am such a jerk. Like I am such a dumb jerk. Criticizing, holding up, criticizing, going, hey, my Mafex for me, shmeh. And yeah, I did. But let me show you. Did you see that picture? Did you see the hoodie? Like, I'm never going to put that hoodie on anybody else, maybe Vapor. But look at that picture. That picture sold me that figure. Ugh. But do I need him? Like, thumbs up. But do I need him? He might get canceled. I don't know. Moving on. Mezco Conan. Mezco Conan. Buckaroo. So Buckaroo Banzai is very excited for that Scarlet Spider. That hoodie's so tight. It's so tight. So right now they exist. They're coming to me currently. Mezco Conan. This technically, I guess, counts as let's see. It counts as a pre-order. So I'm just gonna go for it. Mezco Conan. I passed on the first one. Felt like, nope, don't need him. I saw this Conan the Conqueror. I could have. I had all day long to just buy him outright or order him. He's essentially the first Conan figure, then with all of these other clothing and accessories. So he's really awesome. Well, yeah, I saw technically this is a wait list. I don't know if I will actually get him. I waitlisted myself through. I waitlisted myself through the Mezco website. This way, they didn't charge me. I'm not on the hook. If I get charged and he shows up, awesome. If I never get it, that's okay. Like, I don't need that figure, but then the more and more I'd see shots of him, he's a Mezco that I feel like I would want. I don't know. I get a good time playing with him. Mezco, the Batman. Again, you guys saying, Frankie boy, you were right, my man. Yeah, so he's waitlisted. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But I like the waitlist idea. Mezco, the Batman. I've talked about this figure, so you guys probably already know. Speaking of that non-refundable deposit, I am on the hook for Mezco. I did not want to pass that up. That Batman figure, that's the best one that we're going to get. Like that Mezco, the Batman, Battinson, that figure arts, nope. Mafex, whatever they give us is nope. That Mezco is perfect for that, for all the posing we're going to need, the style of Batman he is, the style of fighter he is. It's a beautiful, beautiful figure. Buckaroo, you are right. Yes, I am super pumped. All right. My last one. I'm leaving the figures for a second. This has been the talk of the toy Instagram. This week is the Cobra Hiss tank. What do you guys think? Now, technically, I don't want to say anything. What do you guys think? Anybody? You guys have been doing a good job. Even if it's just Buckaroo and Frank. I just want to know. What do you guys think? The Cobra Hiss tank. So we are looking at $300, which is not all, like I passed on the Sentinel, which I regretted, but the Cobra Hiss tank. So let's see. So Frank is saying 100% yes. My boy back too. Buckaroo said, oh, he hopes. Well, here we go, Big Dave. Yeah! I had my one variant Big Dave shot. This is me. Like, I'm going to do it. I haven't. So this is me as of this moment on July 10th telling you, no, I haven't pushed the purchase button, but I think we have until August 15th. 4 tiers have been unlocked. If you guys could let me know if there's like a 5th tier, I don't know, but $300 is a lot. But then when you start adding up the stuff, like, does it equal 3? I mean, I think so. This is me painfully going like I'm hitting the buy. I can't look at it, but I'm hitting buy. I hate that I have to pay this money this summer. So that was like the whole thing. I'm like, what? I'm seeing how my toy budget goes. But my plan is to be as painful as Big Dave hitting that purchase button because it looks awesome. I mean, you guys know, for a guy that said multiple times, I like G.I. Joes. I just keep buying all these figures, but like I'm not like super crazy about the lore, but I love the figures. Well, here we go. This is a beautiful 1/12 scale accessory. I never publicly badmouthed like 1/12 scale Garage, but we see where, what happens with people trying to make these, scaled vehicles. The options are limited. That tank is sick. The attachments, all of it. And then you get the 4 figures, right? And that retro Cobra Commander. Oh my God. And Frank, exactly. That's fine because I'll bring some dios. I have dios. We were talking about hanging out this summer and like getting some toy photography time, right? So I'll just come over. I'll bring some outside dio. I'll get ubiquitous. We'll get some like things that can live outside. We'll be good. We'll be fine. And that's a big thing. And thank you, Frank, for again, justifying and basically our purchases to our wives because that's our significant others. But this will be a big time. Like, to me, this is an investment. I know I have a closet full of investments that I've, this is my excuse, my justification. But just like Mythic Legions are a home run. Like, you buy a Mythic Legion and you will, if you ever choose to sell it, you will just break even or you'll make money. Like, that's why I've been leaning heavier into Mythic Legions of late, or at least like that's where I see my collection going because, again, Mezco investments, my Legends, we know that that's a crapshoot. We know that is a crapshoot. So I'm not swearing off Legends. I'm going to buy the holes that I need to fill in my collection. So I'm going to get Legends. I'm just not going to get full waves. I've said this before. But Mythic and the Cobra Hiss tank, stuff like that, is a home run, slam dunk. Like, this is going to, appreciate in value. Yeah, that's it, man. So here we go. Yeah, let's see. I truly believe if you ever want to sell, you get 8 or 9 for it. Yeah. Look, we saw the Sentinels. We see what, Galactus. I think Galactus is going to be an interesting one. It'll probably do well because, again, there's Galactus fans out there. I like the Fantastic Four and cosmic stuff, but not to the extent that Fantastic Four fans do. Galactus will get bought on the aftermarket too. But his tag is awesome. So yeah, I that's me. That's the painful purchasing of the Hiss tank. And that was my game. And that brought us to an hour, everybody. So that's awesome. So this is perfect because we have 4 minutes till 9. That's plenty of time. My wife will still be up for a half hour to an hour, get to hang out a little bit. Thank you so much, guys in the chat. Thank you. So Frank, Buckaroo, all you guys, Cox for joining. Appreciate, as always, again, spending time with me, hanging out. And I wanted to now shout out for the housekeeping stuff. So again, reminder, Lazy Boys are on right now. So you can go check them out as soon as I'm done. And on Instagram, you're going to see there are 16 toy photographers that are going to be competing in Shutter Slam, which is through the Toy Talk for You account. So that's my boys, fellow Hasbros. So Toy Father, Zombie Clown Photography, Cox Create, who saw Josh in here, and Toy Addict 17, Danny, yeah, who's in here too. So the 4 guys, they're coming up with the Shutter Slam. It is going to be a toy photography competition. The fact that there's 16 of us and we're all amped up, like this is going to be legit. Like I appreciated seeing the effort of the toy pick community in the Olympics last year. I can't even imagine what went into trying to keep track of that. But like, I know that kind of went out. This seems to be, and I trust in my boys to run its tight ship. I am so fired. This is coming again at a perfect time. I'm so amped to shoot pictures and having I'm a competitor, man. I'm an athlete. I'm not an athlete anymore. I was an athlete. I'm a competitor. I like this. You sprinkle a little competition, friendly competition, again, friendly. And I'm all about it. So you got to go check out, again, Toy Talk for You over on Instagram. Again, subscribe on YouTube. Check out the whole Hasbros network, all the fine accounts out here. We are out here, down here in my basement, trying to keep, create engaging and fun toy content for you. And that's it. That is it, everybody. I'm out of my notes. That was the last thing. Whoop. So thank you. I would recommend this again if anybody needs a 300 figure. Victus is up on Big Bad. And that's about it. So I can't tell you when the next streaming review video is, but maybe Tuesday. How about that? Let's say maybe Tuesday. So I'll post about it on my story tomorrow if it's a go, and then maybe we can tackle Brock, or maybe I'll put a poll up, and we'll go from there. Because, again, I got some cool stuff, but I want to play with it. I want to play with it all. And I'm still playing with the Guardians, who are so good. I didn't even talk about Thor, Love and Thunder. I give it thumbs, 2 thumbs, middle-ish. I posted a little review on Instagram as well tonight with my Thor shot. Just keep your expectations tempered. I think that's what I did to myself. I always amp myself up a little too much when it comes to characters that I get excited about, and sometimes it hits. Ragnarok hit. Love and Thunder, I left not with that. That was the greatest ever. But it was good, and it was fun. It was fun. So that's what I mean. Temper your expectations, but it's a fun ride. You are not going to be disappointed if you've been looking forward to it. I'll just say that. So let me just check the comments again real quick. All right. So Clintastic, thanks so much, man. So yeah, so let's plan on Tuesday morning. If you can hop in. If you can't make the chat, that's okay. I just want to give you guys something that, you can pass 10, 20 minutes at work listening to. Thanks, Rob, Op975. He's in the Shutter Slam. That's what I'm talking about, Rob. We may or may not be teammates, brother. So we'll have to see. So appreciate you guys as always. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So this is one man's journey from the toy aisle to his basement to talk toys with you. That was it, right, Santi? All right, no chewing. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, everybody. And have a wonderful week starting tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you. Peace.